We now return to the all-new Designing Women reunion.
I guess we should start off the discussion talking about Julia Sugarbaker because she was actually the boss of all of us. Has there ever been a character on television more sure of herself than Julia Sugarbaker? And she never was at loss for words.
No one in the South ever asks if you have crazy people in your family. They just ask which side they're on. Georgia, plain cut, Georgia name. 2 bigs, 1 chick, hold the mail. 2 large fry, 1 ring, pie, cook 2 orange and a job and 1 steak, Bernie.
Suzanne, if sex were fast food, there'd be an arch over your bed. You probably didn't know, Marjorie, that Suzanne was not just any Miss Georgia. She was the Miss Georgia. She didn't twirl just a baton. That baton was on fire. Look,
And when she threw that baton into the air, it flew higher, further, faster than any baton has ever flown before, hitting a transformer and showering the darkened arena with sparks.
Look.
And when it finally did come down, Marjorie, my sister caught that baton, and 12,000 people jumped to their feet for 16½ minutes of uninterrupted thunderous ovation as flames illuminated her tear-stained face. And that, Marjorie, just so you will know, and your children will someday know, is the night the lights went out in Georgia.
Don't you just wish you could do that?
There's never been a sitcom that had speeches like that.
No.
Or even that long, let alone that good.
There's a bar in Atlanta called Hoedowns. That's H-O-E, as opposed to the other spelling. and it's a country and western gay bar, right? And people in the audience stand up and word for word recite the entire speech.
As your children will someday know, is the night the lights went out in Georgia.
We have to go there. Oh, we've got to go. Yeah, I want to go.
Charlene, you put the sugar in Sugarbaker's. The one everyone wanted to be friends with, America's sweetheart, huh?
Charlene, sit down. We want to talk to you about Monette.
Oh, no, I don't like the sound of that. Every time you say, Charlene, sit down, it's bad news. Now, just tell me standing up. What is it? What? Monette's a man.
No, but we have reason to believe she's practicing the world's oldest profession.
Monette's a carpenter?
Really? That's amazing. I didn't know that. Why do you know all the capitals?
Because I love knowledge. In fact, I yearn for it. Did you see this? Droves of vicious killer bees are heading towards the United States. Well, can you imagine? I bet our bees are scared to death.
She's like those women you read about in the National Enquirer. You know, the ones who don't know they're pregnant? One day they're just sitting around sipping on a soda or something, and all of a sudden they look down and say, "My stars, would you look at that? I just had a baby."
You know, the night that we shot that episode, I thought, boy, they married Charlene off, you know, just in time, because I found out that day that I was pregnant.
That was the longest show for us, wasn't it? That was,
Yeah, that's when we were there till 4 in the morning.
Then there was Mary Jo, and she was the every woman, the working mother, the best friend that you wish you had, but we could always count on Mary Jo to say what no one else could possibly say. Watch this.
If Dixie hadn't said it already.
Really?
I want a movie where some woman stands up and beats the tar out of Frankenstein, or Jason, or Freddy Krueger, or whatever, and does it before her friends get killed. I want a movie where a woman with a gun knows how to use it and doesn't let some man wrench it out of her wimpy little wrist. I want a movie where the hero is Charlene, not Charles Bronson. You know your cleavage is showing?
Very funny.
I bet you have to sleep on your back, don't you? I saw her bra hanging on the towel rack in the bathroom. So you are not top dog anymore.
How do you know?
Because I could get my whole head in one...
Mary Jo, you put her bra on your head?
I couldn't help it. You know how that fascinates me. Well, Suzanne's cut fits me like a beanie, but... Ursula's covered my whole face.
I kept hoping that seeing all those female patients all day long, day in, day out, would somehow make him numb. Instead, he developed a high tolerance. You know what was really hard? Is when he would come home after a long day and I would want to be somehow different from the others. But there's only so much you can do with what you have.
Next, an emotional moment when the reunion is complete. And later, romance hits the set of Designing Women.
Would you mind if you just laid on top of me for a moment?
I was smitten at that moment, and I had known her for maybe 4 hours.